We start tonight with developing news in Mobile. A woman was found dead in her home today, and her 4-year-old son was still with her body.
The mother lived on Bowman Ct, that's off Dolphin Island Parkway. Fox 2 News reporter John Rogers joining us live in studio with more. So, John, we understand the boy called his grandmother to tell her about this.
That's right, Lenise. Police say the boy called his grandma to say his mom had died. Officers arrived at the house and pronounced her dead at the scene. They're calling this a homicide, but very few details have been released at this time.
Family and neighbors couldn't help but stare at this house in shock. Late this afternoon, the body of 36-year-old Kimberly Mixon was removed on a stretcher, covered with a green sheet. Her life has ended, but now the questions begin.
Homicide was notified. We are investigating this right now as a homicide.
Police carried her 4-year-old son out of his house and took him to police headquarters for an interview. He called his grandmother to tell her his mom was dead. Other neighbors and witnesses were interviewed too, but at this time, no cause of death has been announced. Neighbors described her as a kind lady.
From what I could observe of her, she was a good mother, and I can imagine that was her life, was that little fella.
Locals say she'd only lived at the house for about 6 months or so.
I never seen any trouble over there. Her boyfriend would come and go, but really I never observed any arguments or anything from her.
Police spent the afternoon investigating the scene and dusting for prints. Hopefully soon, they'll find the answers they're looking for.
The child was not injured. An autopsy is currently being performed, and that will determine the cause of death. When we get those details, we'll bring them to you.